All right, let's get right into it. Companies everywhere are pouring millions, sometimes billions, into AI, hoping for some kind of massive transformation. They're scrubbing their data until it's spotless, building these super complex models. And yet, so many of these projects just fall flat. They're not delivering any real measurable financial return. So today, we're going to dig into the one critical and honestly often overlooked reason this keeps happening, even when the data is absolutely perfect.
And this quote, this right here gets to the absolute heart of the problem. We've all heard it 1,000 times. Data is the new oil. Clean data is everything. And look, data quality is foundational. You absolutely need it. But it's not the finish line. Not even close. And that's the core misunderstanding we're going to unpack right now.
It's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, if your models are accurate, your data is pristine, then where's the disconnect? Why isn't all that technical success turning into actual, tangible business results like higher profits or lower costs? Let's get to the bottom of it.
Okay, so first we have to tackle this really powerful and frankly misleading myth. It's this idea that if we just get our data house in order, all the business value we're looking for is just going to magically appear. Here it is, the flawed assumption we all make. We think that if we just clean up our data, get all those blocks on the left looking perfect, and we run it through a fancy model, we'll automatically get the good stuff on the right. Growth, profit, security. But here's the thing. Data hygiene, by itself, doesn't tell the AI what to do. It doesn't know what business lever to pull or what economic goal you're actually aiming for. It just gets the math right. And without a clear strategic purpose, that math is, well, it's just math.
So if it's not a data problem, then what is it? We've got to look beyond the code, beyond the spreadsheets, to really understand what's causing these projects to fail.
This slide just lays it out so clearly. On the left, AI is a brilliant statistical engine. You give it a target, it will hit that bullseye with unbelievable precision. But, and this is a huge but, look at the right side. That same AI is completely blindfolded when it comes to business context. It has no idea what your company's strategy is, it doesn't understand your operational bottlenecks, or how your costs are structured. It's just a heat-seeking missile, optimizing for whatever you told it to, even if that target is leading the business straight off a cliff.
And that's the key takeaway right there. When a technically perfect AI model fails to create value, it's not a failure of the data or the technology, it's a failure of intent. It's a failure to clearly define the economic purpose before anyone even wrote a single line of code.
So that brings us to the solution. And thankfully, it's a simple but incredibly powerful framework called IPE. It stands for Intent, Process, and Execution. Think of it as a roadmap for connecting all that fancy AI technology to real-world dollars and cents business value.
Let's see how this works. Instead of starting with data, which is what most people do, the IEP framework flips the script. You start with intent. What is the specific economic outcome we're trying to achieve? Then you move to process. What's the operational context the AI needs to understand to do its job? And only then do you get to execution. How are we going to bake the AI's insights into the way our people actually work every single day?
Let's break that down. Step 1. Intent. This means getting crystal clear from day one. You're not just vaguely improving efficiency. No, you are specifically trying to shift a key performance indicator or compress a particular cost category or reduce a very specific risk. This anchors the entire project as something real and measurable.
Next up is process. You see, an AI that's only trained on data sees isolated events. It's like seeing one single frame of a movie. But when you embed process knowledge, you give it a map. You let it see the whole film. It starts to understand the cause and effect chains in your business. It goes from just spotting symptoms, like a delayed shipment, to helping you diagnose the root cause.
And finally, execution. This is where the rubber meets the road, folks. An amazing insight sitting on some lonely dashboard is completely worthless. Execution is all about building the AI's recommendations directly into your team's workflows, into their decision-making processes. It's about creating clear accountability so that when the AI flags an issue, somebody is responsible for actually acting on it.
So when you put these three pieces, intent, process, and execution, together, you build a bridge that connects the technical world of AI with the financial world of ROI, which is what your leadership team actually cares about.
And this slide illustrates that bridge perfectly. Just look at the two columns. Your data science team is talking about precision, recall, and F1 scores. Meanwhile, your C-suite is speaking the language of margin expansion, cash flow, and risk. They're like two ships passing in the night. The IPE framework is the translator. It makes sure that the technical wins on the left directly and predictably drive the executive outcomes on the right.
And of course, you can't forget the human element in all of this. You could have the most accurate, brilliant AI model in the world, but it'll fail if people refuse to use it. A perfect recommendation gets ignored if incentives aren't aligned, or if there's no clear leadership driving people to adopt the new way of working. That structured execution piece is what overcomes this natural human resistance to change.
So when you step back and look at the big picture, this is really about a fundamental shift in how we think. We have to stop treating AI like it's just another IT project on a long list of projects.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? Successful AI isn't about buying a new tool or cleaning a database. It's about re-engineering the way your entire business operates. It's about building this integrated system where your intent directs the technology, the process gives it context, and the execution turns its powerful insights into actual money.
And that brings us to the final question I want to leave you with. Take a hard look at your own organization's AI efforts. Are you treating it as a series of one-off, isolated projects? Or are you truly building it into the very fabric of your business as a new, more intelligent operating model? Because the answer to that question, well, that's what's going to determine your success.